Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What have we just seen here? The Lions, and I've been saying it, I said this will be the game for the All Blacks in terms of the franchise teams. 78 minutes, there was 1 point in it. The Lions led for over an hour. I've been a Lions fan since as long as I can remember. I've been coming to Ellis Park for years and years. I've been a season ticket holder. I've watched us during the Golden Ackerman Super Rugby years. I watched Currie Cup finals here. I've been lucky enough to go to games. I've watched the All Blacks beat Ireland in the quarterfinal. This is the greatest match I've been lucky enough to be at. To sit here at Ellis Park and watch your boyhood team go toe-to-toe with, as they are currently ranked, the number one side in the world. I don't care if it's a midweek side. I don't care if it's our players in, players out. For the Lions to come out and do what they just did there is absolutely incredible. Ellis Park, 15,000, doesn't sound like a lot of people, but packed around the lower tiers, this is one of the most electric atmospheres I've ever been a part of. This is what the Lions needed. This is what rugby in Johannesburg needed. It's a game like this to remind us how special this team can be. They are building. The performance, the individual performances tonight. We'll talk about the All Blacks in a bit. Siva Mahashe, we know he's a future star. He's already been in a Bok camp. What a game he just had. Chris Smith, phenomenal, putting his hand up. Henke van Wyk, Quine Horn, Eric Cornier, Batu Tlekani taking names. Big hits. Nico Steyn. You can see what Rusty and the coaches see. They're absolutely brilliant from him. And it just goes to show when you go out, you stick to your guns and you say, what if? This was the closest the All Blacks come to losing this tour. This was almost the banana peel. And it's just absolutely, this is the game the tour needed. Honestly, the entire tour needed this game. Everybody rolled their eyes saying, oh, these franchise, well, this is what we needed. It wasn't a walkover. The All Blacks had to go into test match mode. They sat here thinking about taking the points when they had a 1 point advantage. There was that thought. There was a genuine conversation about, well, if we take the points, that means they have to score a try. So maybe we do. To lead 14-0. It was just absolutely incredible. It's actually quite emotional to standing here and witnessing that. And they had the All Black fans to my right, and they were chanting All Blacks. They were trying to pull their team through because they felt the pressure. And I had laughed going around the media tribune earlier saying, watch, the upset's here. And I tell you what, it was close. It was bloody close. So Ivan van Rooyen, going into the season, will look at this and say, if you can go toe-to-toe with an All Black side, you can go toe-to-toe with anyone. This is the confidence. This is what we've been building here for a while at Ellis Park, though. They've been coming, they've been growing. I mean, some of the ages of those players out there, Bone Fenter on debut, Siva Mahashe, Batu Tlekani, these are guys who played professional rugby for less than a year. And they've come in and put that kind of performance. And Kelly and Peku, phenomenal game. Also youngsters, young players putting their hands up, not taking a step back, and saying, what if, and having a go. For the All Blacks, well, in many ways, not what you want, but what you want. A reminder that you can never lie down, that you can't take teams lightly. I felt yesterday at some of the last couple of days that they were already looking at Test 2. Already thinking, Lions. And the problem is, you look at the Lions' log position, you look at 8th, and you think, it's a team that's struggling a bit, kind of mid-table team. But they won the SA Shield. There's a good Lions side here. They kind of teach it off towards the end of the URC, to be honest. But when they turn it up, they can mix it with the best of them. And tonight they did exactly that. I'm just so proud. But for the All Blacks, well, a bit of a scare. And this was good for the tour. This will really galvanize them. But I think that there were players here who played more than expected. I don't think they wanted to get Peter Lakai on, with half an hour to go. Anthony Brown went on quite early. Patrick Tupolota, I think, is going to be involved this weekend. That's why I had to bring him off. But I think that they were forced to kind of rethink a few things because of how competitive the game was. When the game gets away from you, you can start doing what you want. You can make some subs. You can give other guys a chance. You can keep guys out there that you want to keep out. You can run it all the time. You don't have to worry about territory. When you get penalties, you just stick leg and line out, and you just try and almost manage the game and play. But that wasn't the case here. They had to play to try and win the game. They had to try and find ways to keep this Lions side down, which kept going at them. They didn't get the result. What a result it would have been, but this is a performance for the ages. And also you could see, and it's not an excuse, but you could see, the Lions were dead on their feet after about half an hour. You could see this was a team that went, hang on, we're not used to this intensity. But they rallied, they kept it together, and that halftime talk, whatever Ivan van Rooyen said, at halftime it worked, because they came out second half and said, let's have a go. Let's have a go. To the Lions, phenomenal game. To the All Blacks, thanks for coming. Can't wait for the next game. That's probably the game of my life, to watch my childhood side have a go at one of the best, well, currently the best ranked side in the world. Go toe-to-toe with some of the best players in the world and not take an inch, not step back and say, we're going to give it a go. What did you think? Let me know.